Hello, you are welcome today. I'm so excited that you're here today. It's a beautiful thing, a beautiful day. And let me go straight to the point. The reason you are not married, yes, one of the reasons you're still not married is because you set too many high expectations for yourself. Yes. Too many high, unrealistic expectations. Too many high standards. If it is not this, I'm not going. If it is not that, I'm not going. Why do you set all these high expectations for yourself? We know that you're beautiful. We know you're handsome. We know you have the best of jobs. You know you're doing well in your career. Yes, it's obvious to everyone that you have all it takes. Life is working for you. You're so handsome, so elegant, so beautiful, yet you're not married. And up till now, and you're wondering what is really happening. What is the problem? The problem is because of your expectations. Your standards are way too high. Yes, all you're looking for is perfection. Everywhere, every time, everything you ask for, everything you talk about is perfection. You're always being on the perfectionist side of life every time. But I want you to know that with all those expectations, you still have your flaws. With all those perfectionist kind of mentality and mindset and desires, you too still have your flaws. There is no human on the face of the earth who is an angel. Everyone works towards achieving the perfection you're looking out for. So you will never get an angel. And whereas you get an angel, your adventure, you get an angel, you will never be a match. So why not? Cut down on your expectations. Cut down on those too high expectations. Cut down on those high standards. If the person is not from this background, I am not going. If the person does not have social complexion, I am not going. If the person does not have social standing, I am not. If the person does not have this level of qualification, this level of achievement, influence and affluence, I am not. And these expectations are there. Sometimes it could be just there, quietly in your heart. And you're repelling people away with those standards. And when you meet anybody, the first thing you do, you weigh them, you compare them with your standards. And if they are not up to standards, even if you see one or two in them, you still feel, oh no, this is below my expectation. And then you begin to put up attitude. Before you know, they are off your life. Cut down on your standards. Lower your standards. One thing, I'm not trying to say you should not have standards. You can have standards. You should have standards. Then you should know what you want. But setting unrealistic standards and hoping to achieve them at all costs does not work. Yes, it does not work. What happens in life, and for the people you see or you look at and you think they have all you desire, and like a young lady told me some time ago, she looked at a couple and she was like, oh my gosh, these are my crush couple. In fact, every time I see them, I just desire. Yes, it is right. But do you also know that those persons never got to that point they are? Yes, they never got there. And even if you think they had everything it takes and they are living life as it should be, as it is in your fantasy, my darling, I want you to understand that they still have their flaws. But one thing with expectation and compromise is when you compromise one expectation for another and you discover that both of you grow up, you grow into your standards. It is only the grave that grows from up down. Every other thing in life grows from the bottom up. So why not grow your standards together? Why not live your standards together? Make those standards together and you become the best, the ideal you want to be or you want to see. Praise the Lord. Another problem people have that keeps them on the bench of singlehood is because you are too independent. Yes, you are too independent. It's possible no one has told you that before, and it's possible you know. It's just there's somewhere very quiet in your heart, and you know it. You love your independence. You love your comfort. You love your life the way it is. You love your space all by yourself, and you're not ready to share it with anybody. You're not ready to entertain any form of inconveniences. Oh, darling, it doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. Loving too much independence will make you to stay single, if not for a longer time, if not for the rest of your life, then for a longer time. There's this fact I want you to understand, and that is the fact that humans are genetically predetermined to depend on someone other than themselves. Someone other than themselves, and that someone is a mate. Yes, a husband or a wife, a spouse. There's no way you can live independent of others. There's no way you think you're sufficient in yourself. There's no way you think you can have everything going for you and you have that satisfaction you're looking for without letting someone into your space, without letting someone, share a part of your time, without letting someone have to, put a check or a control over some of your activities and your movements. Even God himself said it. In Genesis chapter 2 and in verse 18, he said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make a helper suitable. So you need somebody who will be a helper, who will help to keep you, under check, who will help to, check some of your excesses so you don't crash land. Those who walk alone don't go very far. But those who desire to go very far, or those who go very far, go with somebody. And the reason you need to go with somebody is because there are times when you need someone to do a check on you. You need someone to say, sit down here. You need someone to say, don't go on that budget. You need someone to tell you, hold on a little longer. You need someone. Yes, you just need someone. And that person is a mate. There was this time that we're talking about marriage and some young ladies were like, one of them who was married was like, oh my God, I remember those days when I was not married. You could travel anytime you want to travel, pick your bag, go to work, not come back home, just pick your bag and start going wherever you want to go. But now, as soon as she got married, it's been so difficult to travel anyhow you want to travel, go for a weekend anywhere you want to go, without somebody saying, why are you going? You don't need to. No. Some other time. And all those, painful as it may be, is necessary for you. So try to be less independent. And you will see that you're going to go very far because you're going to go with someone. Praise God. Now, another reason for why some people don't get married at the time they desire, or it keeps getting late, is because of untamed appetite. Wild appetite. When you have wild appetite it could be appetite for anything at all, but your appetites are just overboard. They are just beyond normal. The reason some people, lose some credible relationships is because of wild appetite. You don't have control over your appetite. It could be your sensual appetite. It could be your appetite or obsession for materialism. It could be your appetite for anything at all. Once these appetites are wild, or these appetites are too much, you discover that you lose credible relationships. Many people go into relationship and then they are here today and they are out tomorrow. Why? Because they eat their tomorrow today. You eat your tomorrow in your today. You're not patient. You don't have control over your appetite. Everything you see you want. Everything you see you want to get. And it is all for yourself. I learned of a man relationship with a lady because he met this lady, and then one expectation was, okay, he told her, come, let's go and shop so we could go and see your mom. And then they got into the shopping mall, and she was shopping everything she saw, everything, the best, everything. Of course, it's good to shop the best, good thing. She was shopping everything she knew. She and the man was like, I don't understand. She said, no, they are good for my mom. No, I need to impress. I need to make her happy. And she filled the boots and even the car, a part of the car. And by the time they were going, and fortunately for them, they were living in almost, I think, the same community. And they got to a junction, and the man took the other way. And she said, no, that's not the road to my mom's compound. Let me show you the road. And the man said, I don't understand. It's not your mom we're going to see. It's my mom we're going to see. And the lady turned and said, you mean I shopped all those for your mom? There are too many for her. What does she need all those things for? And he turned and looked at her and said, if they are good for your mom, then they are good for my mom. You are not a good person. So that was the end of the relationship. So sometimes when when your appetites are too wild, everything you see, you want to have it, it must be for you, it must be your own, it must be your own. When it's not your own, or the time you want it, your whole body will be on fire. Nobody can stay around you. You'll be so touchy, you'll be so on edge, you'll be behaving very weird and very queer, kind. Please check it. It could be the reason you're still where you are. You can be a man, you can be a woman. Too many high expectations, too many high standards, wild appetite. And all that can destroy your relationship and can keep you on the seat of singlehood for a long time. Let's cut it at this point. I want you to know that as you go ahead and do a check on this and cut them down, let there be moderation. In everything you do, let there be moderation. And you will give me your testimony very soon, because there is going to be a change which will be noticeable to everyone. Don't forget that we're running a series on why am I still unmarried, and expect the next phase. And I promise you the next phase is going to be the bomb. You wouldn't like to miss it. I celebrate you, I love you, and I value you. Bye-bye.